It's been such a cold winter, but I'm so grateful that we made it through. And we have a lot to do in today's video. As you can see, the sunlight is here and over there. I've opened up my door and my window so the sun is streaming in, and I'm just enjoying that. So we have a lot of things to do. For starters, I want to show you guys these Coleus plants that I have been propagating for a few weeks now. Let me show you. So if you look closely here, you can see the roots. They are ready to be planted out. So I do have to plant these. Let me separate them and show you real quick. Ooh, I love some nice roots. So this is only on one plant and this is on the other. These plants are so easy to propagate. These have been in the water longer. And then these guys, I started them a little later, and of course both my favorite glasses cracked. But this could still go in the ground or in a pot. And this, you can see, has some roots going as well. The water's probably too high. But anyway, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 plants to plant out. Now, I'm running out of pots here. I still have some pots. I really don't like planting in pots unless it's like special pots for like your porch or your deck. But I'm sort of in a liminal space right now, you know what I'm saying? So pots is the best option if you don't want anything too permanent in the ground. So yeah, I gotta plant these out. Another thing I have to plant are these tulips. I picked these up from Rona. I think it was, I don't know, maybe November or so, but I picked up these tulip bulbs. I picked up 2 of them. It's the Mackenzie brand that we have here. I presume they have those in the United States as well. So here's my idea. I bought 2 pots. I'll show them to you in a moment. And I'm going to plant, let's see, how many bulbs do we have in here? 10 bulbs. I think I'm gonna do 5 per pot, and they're yellow, one of my favorite colors. So I'm going to plant 5 per pot. And then the other one, I'll decide what to do after. I'll show you my pots. Give me a sec. So here are the pots. It has its own saucer and everything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start by poking pre-drilled holes here. I'm going to open these up, throw some soil in here and get this planted out. And I'm gonna show you the potting soil I'm using. It is, I actually purchased this from Walmart right here. Potting soil. Now what's great about this is it's made from peat moss, topsoil, and perlite. Is that how you pronounce it? So, oh my gosh, it's wet. Oh, because I'm taking the gardening items out of the garage, I'm just getting into so much trouble with all these gardening items. So for instance, I have 2 of these pots, right? They're my Christmas pots, but I plant them in the summer anyway. They're my Christmas pots, but I do plant them out in the summer. So this one spilled all over, has some soil. I had to stop and take my time to clean it up, and now this again. But I'm happy for the garden life. So that's what we're gonna do today. So this is a long intro, boy. Let's get started. So we're gonna plant the Coleus in the Christmas pots right here. Here's one, there's the other one. Now I did go outside into my planter stash and I have a lot of planters, okay? So I must have gotten amnesia, but yes, I have a lot of pots of all sizes. But this soil, it is so dark and rich. You can tell your plants are gonna do well just from the soil that you use. feel such victory now that these are planted. Here is one. And you can see that some of the leaves are dry. I'm actually gonna just take it off. These are really sensitive, the leaves as well. They do have some spots on there, and I see some other leaves coming up. So I'm just taking off the old ones and leave room for the new to come out. There we go. And this is gonna grow so nicely. It's small now, but it's gonna grow huge. You see some little suckers, I guess. I don't know if you call it suckers, if it's not a strawberry plant, but you see some of that coming up. So these are ready to go. I have one, I have two, and that's the second one. These guys, I'm gonna keep it in the water for a little bit longer. I'm gonna propagate a lot of these because, as you can see, I have a huge plant over here as well. Like, it's pretty massive. Ugh. Let me get you closer up to see, but it's a pretty big plant. This plant is so easy to propagate. Like, anybody could propagate it. You cannot, even if you don't have a green thumb, you cannot destroy this plant. If you do, I don't know, but I don't know one person who has destroyed this plant, and I propagated a lot of them. Anyway, so the next thing I have to do is I'm gonna leave these two in here for now because my garden this year at the front is gonna be filled with lots of Coleus plants. But I do have potatoes here, and I have to plant these out as well. I gotta figure out a way. I actually just went outside. It's so nice, it's gorgeous. First though, I must poke holes through these pots. All right, let's go. I got the tiniest screwdrivers I can find, and this is gonna help poke holes in these guys. All right, so let's poke holes in this. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like I have to like, it worked. I have this part on my sweater. Ooh, that is satisfying. Yeah, baby. Last one. That felt good. So there are my holes. All right, let's do the same for this one. 2, 3, 4. Whew. If your hands are extra soft, that's gonna hurt a bit. All right, so we're gonna plant the tulips. So what I actually decided to do was I started clearing out all the plants in the garage, and because I was just looking for a pot to plant these tulip bulbs, and I have 10 of them. I don't want to put them in the ground. So I decided to plant 5 of the bulbs in this pot. I wish I had a second pot like this because that would have been it. And I may just plant a few in this as well, but I do want to really use this pot for something else. So I don't know if I'm going to do that. Now let's plant 5 of the bulbs in here, and then we have 5 left. I'll decide what to do with them after. The soil is really dry, so I'm going to dampen it a bit before I put the tulips in. Ugh. Can't even aim. Like, it's really water this outside because apparently I can't water without missing. I ended up finding the perfect pot for the, I'm outside now. It's actually so nice. It's incredible. I ended up finding the perfect pot for my last 3 tulip bulbs. And I don't know what animal keeps digging out my bulbs when I leave them outside, but I have some spring bulbs here. And when I came and examined it, because I had it underneath here, it's a whole mess. I got to clean it up. But there were 3 holes where the bulbs were. And the animal, I'm guessing a squirrel or something, dug it up, because I was using my hands to just examine if the bulbs were anywhere there near or in those holes, and there are no bulbs to be found. But I do, oh no, that's not a bulb at all. But even though that took place, I now have an area for my 3 remaining tulips. So the little animal might have taken what he took, but it just made room for me to create something new, which is what I'm gonna do. And just like that, I'm not too worried about it being buried too deep or whatever. I'm hoping, yeah, there are no bulbs to be found. What a thieving animal. But anyway, look how beautiful that is. The gorgeous whitish ivory white color. It really is just the perfect bulb, and it's ready to spring forth. So let's cover that up, and I will keep the mulch on top. And plants are very smart. It will come up. And let's just get rid of, there's something green here. All right. It should rain tomorrow, and I'm probably just gonna move the pot from underneath my deck. And yeah, it should rain tomorrow, and the soil is wet, so honestly I'm not gonna worry. No, knowing myself, I'll be thinking, no, I didn't put any water, even a drop of water. All right, fine, I'll put some water in there, and then I will be at peace. So yeah, I found space for these bulbs. I'm so happy about it. While I'm out here, I'm gonna show you guys, like, I dug up a lot of my hostas last year, and so they are, it's time for them to return. Some of them have woken up already, and so I'll show you how I stored them over the winter, how I winterized them. Hostas are perennials, so they could stand even the Canadian cold. But yeah, I stored a lot of them underneath my deck. And all of these are hostas, though. I just took them out because I realized how nice it was, and the rain is coming as well. So I took them out from underneath there, and they were safe over the winter. They didn't receive a lot of sunlight, but they're in dormancy, so that's fine. These guys now, I had them underneath this enormous evergreen tree. I just love this tree. And these 2 were under there as well. They're hostas, and they're the ones that are actually waking up. Let's take a look. No, sorry, this was not stored underneath. This just stayed right here. It is a strawberry plant. But the hostas, yes, this one is waking up. See? You could see right there, it's waking up. All right. So the other thing I needed to do is, for these strawberry plants, I actually want to replant them in one of those green stock towers using the Dollar Tree brand. So I'm going to trim away all those brown, see the brown from last year? I'm gonna trim this away. My pot cracked. I'm gonna trim it away. That's actually chives, and this is another pot of chives as well. Let's see what's going on with the chives. Is anything waking up? I do see some waking up underneath there. Let's see if anything is waking up underneath there. Yep. It's actually, yeah, I do see some of them awakening. So that's always exciting to see signs of life. This one's been awakened for the past couple of weeks. I think we had like one day that was 17 degrees, and then we got a bunch of snow and everything. So, but yeah, these guys are waking up. I'm gonna put this here. But for these strawberries, I want to transplant them to a green stalk and go from there. Yeah. Okay, friends, so the last two things I gotta plant are these bad boys. 2 potatoes. They are ready to go, and I've decided I'm gonna put them in this cardboard box. I'm gonna use some old soil. Potatoes tend to grow like in any kind of condition. So I'm gonna put these in, plant them out, and that will be the end of my planting for today's video. Whew. Oh my gosh, I am just enjoying this weather so much. You guys don't know, it is like, to survive this terrible winter, it was just so bad, and to be out in the sun, whew, it is such a blessing. But this is what's going on with the potatoes. This is the box. I've actually filled the box with leaves from last year. They're broken down. Most of it's broken down. This is from last year. I use it to cover a part of the garden bed. I know you can't see my face, but I use it to cover a part of the garden bed. I want you guys to see it here. So that's at the bottom of the box. And it's a pretty, I don't know how many inches this is, but you can see that it's a pretty sizable box for just 2 potatoes. So I'm gonna put each one in. The eye must be up, of course. And we're gonna see how much we're gonna get from 2 potatoes. And then I'm gonna cover it up with some soil. This is the soil I'm using from I planted something in here last year. So this is the soil I shall be using. Can you see that? Yes, you can. And let's try and do this with, oh Lord, I don't want to crack the pot. I'm trying to do it with one hand. Oh, wow. It actually emptied out with one hand. Then we're gonna break this apart and cover up our potatoes. Oh, this one kind of fell over. So I'm covering it up, and tomorrow it's going to rain like crazy. It's a 95% chance of rain. So these guys are gonna be drenched, and this soil, because it's like defrosting from all the snow, it is wet. I am confident that I don't have to put any water on here. It would be a real disservice. So it is wet. The leaves have been in the garden bed over the winter. So everything, the leaves is not so much wet, but this soil on top, it is drenched. I don't know if I have to put, maybe I'll put a little bit more on top. I'll grab it from the bed. Ugh. I'll grab it from the bed, and then all my planting will be done. Oh my gosh. This was such an unexpected adventure. My potatoes are planted out. My tulips are planted out. All 20 bulbs are planted out. I got 99% of the plants, 98% of the plants out of the garage. and it is on the deck. There's a lot more work to do, but welcome back to garden season 2026. It is warm, and we only have this is the second to last day of March as I film this, so April is going to be really awesome in the garden. I'm just looking forward to it because I want to redo some things, and it's going to be such an amazing garden season. So I'm looking forward to it, looking forward to gardening with you guys. Some of the plants got beat up, oh, a few of them got beat up over the winter, actually the strongest one, but sometimes the smallest plant or the underdogs, and they survive and they withstand all all that the winter puts them through. Anyway, you guys, really looking forward to it, and I got to clean up this garden bed, so I will see you on the next video. Take care. Bye bye.